Hello, St. Louis, and welcome to OnSTL.com.
Today's segment is sponsored by the Office of McBrearty, Hart & Kelly, proudly helping clients in the St. Louis area with automobile accidents, insurance defense, workers' compensation defense, subrogation, and so much more. Good hello to you, Joy.
Good hello. Is that how we're going to talk in the new year?
Yeah, good New Year to you, my dear.
Howdy do. Yeah, nice to see you, and nice to have Kathy here
Kathy
to
Brukowski,
start off our new year.
The writer and producer of Something in the Water.
Yeah, that's correct.
Not director?
Well, I guess you could say director. I mean,
think
somebody
so.
said, "Why did you not call yourself director?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just pick producer
Because you didn't have enough room on the business card.
Yeah, I guess.
This is a St. Louis rockumentary about the music in St. Louis in the 60s and 70s and how it pretty much changed a lot around the country.
And you see that as sort of something different about our region that is different from the rest of the country. Is that right?
Well, you guys lived through it, and I observed it. But it seemed to me that, what we found, there seemed to be some things that kind of coalesced here, and one was great radio in the form of KSHE, where you guys, kind of cut your teeth, I guess, some time ago. And then a great concert scene with people like Steve Shankman here and
Contemporary Productions.
Contemporary Productions,
Right.
as well as Ron Powell, who was a real
Panther
force for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, and things like the Mississippi River Festival, and then also just the heritage of music. All the musicians that we talked to talked about that they grew up listening to and watching Chuck Berry, Ike Turner, that they went to the Gaslight Square and saw this and went, I have to do this. So,
and when you're here, it's almost like when you go to New York and you talk to a New Yorker and they have never been in the Empire State Building because it's there.
Right.
And they, it's just there.
Yeah.
It's so close to you don't see it.
Yes.
The influence of KSHE and the influence of St. Louis was strong on a global basis.
It was so strong that we had artists like Bob Seger hitchhike to St. Louis just to do an interview. I mean, to get here by hook or crook, whatever it took.
And that's from Detroit, which was also a strong
make and break
market.
your career. Same thing, Charlie Daniels. I mean, the list is endless, actually.
So you let the people tell the story, guys.
We
like
let the
Mark
people
Close
tell the story. Yeah.
Steve Scorfino and who else?
And Michael Subgranda. We talked to Pat Liston, Danny Liston, Mama's Pride. We talked to Steve Shankman, Joe Edwards, Devin Allman, son of Greg. I'm going to forget somebody. Mark Close, Rich Dalton, who is the de facto historian on all of this.
Oh, tell us about it.
Yeah. And I should have talked to you guys, but you'll be in Something Else in the Water.
Oh, okay.
That's the lead in that.
We were
something else in the water. That's when we go to the pond scum part of it.
We're the floaties.
We're the floaties.
We're the floaties in your sodies.
Ron Ells, Mark Boatman, who was also in Head East. Dick Richmond was the former music critic for the Post-Dispatch. Lyle Ward.
Dick is still around, still lives in Belleville.
Yes.
Dick Richmond, yes, he's retired.
Oh, he just sent me an email yesterday.
What a nice
and we're having
and Bob
dinner with Ron Ells
Heil.
next
I got to
week.
mention Bob
Now,
Heil.
Bob Heil is interesting. Bob stopped by here and said hi.
Interesting. Did he?
Yes. He attracted musicians from around the globe to come to what part?
Marissa, Illinois, to Yale Music Shop.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, he invented that mouth harp thing. That
the
what do you call
box.
it? Talk box that Peter Frampton made.
Yeah, and I can only imagine Jerry Garcia walking down the streets of Marissa, Illinois, going to visit Bob.
But that happened. They did this. And they go in there and
jam.
Now Bob showed up here a year ago just to say hi. He ate at the Fountain on Locust and came up to say hello, and he is still like a 20-year-old guy, so excited about technology and everything. He's never lost that feel.
He never has. He is an amazing person. Just his whole career is amazing.
What did you learn? You grew up with KSHE and the music and SIU, Edwardsville, the whole thing. What did you learn from doing this, that you didn't know?
I don't think I realized KSHE's influence at all till I got into learning more about this and how it was such a regional force. I mean, especially the whole, from Detroit, like you mentioned, all the way
ABX
south,
in Detroit.
The middle of the country especially. And Roger Boyd, who was also in this from Head East, talks about how he thinks rock and roll is the music between the mountains, between the Rockies and the Appalachians. And so this KSHE influenced that whole area.
Well, Kathy, you did a wonderful job of capturing that feel in here by letting all of these people tell the story for you.
Yeah, I loved how they told the story themselves.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
It's called Something in the Water, a St. Louis rockumentary.
Where do you get this?
Okay, you can get it through AGC TV at agctv.org. You can email the station that way and buy them. They're $20. You can also see it if you want to stream it on agctv.org.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks for having me.